NFL playoffs? We're talking about NFL playoffs? You bet we are. Get in on the action of DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL. Scoring touchdowns is key to winning in the NFL playoffs. And the key to you scoring big is betting on them at DraftKings, the number one place to bet touchdowns.
Ready to place your first bet? Try betting on something simple like a player to score 6. Go to the DraftKings Sportsbook app and make your pick. My Washington Commanders are in the playoffs, so you know I'm locked in all the way with Jayden Daniels props. Here's another reason to watch your favorite players crush it in the playoffs. New customers bet $5 to get $200 in bonus bets instantly.
Score big during the NFL playoffs with DraftKings Sportsbook. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code Jenkins. That's code Jenkins for new customers to get $200 in bonus bets instantly when you bet just $5. Only on DraftKings Sportsbook. The crown is yours. We're live now.
Yeah.
Welcome to Jenkins and Jones on the Volume Podcast Network. It is Sunday, January 12th. Boy, what a great weekend of playoff football. I'm going to talk to my good friend, Dragonfly Jones, a.k.a. Tyler, about. Tyler, what's up?
What's up, man? We are so back.
We are
so fucking back.
We might
have an ass for coming to us next week, but for now, we celebrate.
Let me cue my shit up right here. I did this special for you. You ready? Here we go. Commanders win. Go. Yeah. Woo, 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 woo. I got my balloons going. The Commanders won. Tyler's in a great mood. Jayden Daniels is the greatest quarterback in NFL history. How are you feeling, bro?
Bro, I'm just like I told you, dog. Like, regardless of how the shit went, I was like, dog, this whole season we have been playing with house money, right? Like, I did not expect for this squad to make the playoffs, to get to have the rookie of the year, but then they topped it off with a playoff win. All of this shit is exceeding my wildest expectations. But bro, like, when the score was tied up 2020, I was like, oh, we got this. Like, we only need 3. Jayden got this. There was no doubt in my mind, and that's just so wild to have that much confidence in a rookie in a road playoff game, his first ever playoff game. And I knew tie game, he had the ball and he was going to go out there and win that game for us. That kid is different, man.
It really is. So I can't even describe how rare that is. And I don't know the last rookie quarterback that I felt that way about, but he just feels like a human saging of a franchise that, like, every part of it was wrong until he showed up. And now they're banking in game-winning field goals in the playoffs. Do you know what I mean? Like, yeah. And I tweeted out, but don't you feel like if y'all did not have Jayden Daniels, that shit ends up back in the end zone? Like,
oh, dog. I mean, for one, that kick. There was still a part of me that was halfway thinking. Once I saw that kicker come in, and I saw him rubbing his damn head all those times. Did y'all see that weird shit? I was like, that motherfucker was hitting the Dougie like 8 times. I was like, oh, he's nervous as shit. Now he's making me nervous. And I was shook. And then that motherfucker doinked it in. And I was like, bro, I feel like that is just kind of so symbolic of how it might be a new era now, because any other time that doink goes another way for Washington. You know what 100%. I mean? But it doinked in for the win this time, bro. And like I said, like you said, it feels like a saging. It feels like all the bad juju was gone. We got rid of the bullshit owner. We got rid of the bullshit name. You know, we got a whole new, you know, we revamped our coaching staff, you know, got this offensive rookie of the year, and it feels like a new day, bro.
I couldn't be happier for you, dude. It was unbelievable. Best game of the weekend, like you said, by far. Loved seeing Baker Mayfield running over Bobby Wagner. That was not something I expected. Loved seeing Jayden Daniels get lit the fuck up to start the game and just get up like, all right, like, we're playing playoff football. They made him bleed his own blood. Like, and he went full Nelson Muntz on him.
yeah. That's what I knew shit might be different. Dog. When fucking Baker trucked Wagner, I was like, oh no. But Wagner made up for it when he recovered that fumble. I was like, yeah, motherfucker, take that. But dog, the wildest shit is string bean ass 118-pound Jayden stiff arming the fuck out of Kancey from Tampa Bay on that run that locked the game up, bro. Different, man. Different, dog. Stiff armed a grown ass 280-pound man who was chasing that dude with everything in him, knowing his season was on the line, and he hit him with the yee.
He
Dog,
sent that. He
love
sent that
kid.
man to Hades, bro. That was
Yeah.
He went straight to the underworld.
I know Casey is sick as fuck about that. But yeah, man, it's a new day, bro. Like I said, I think there's an ass whooping waiting on us next week. Who knows? But I still believe. I have hope, which is something I haven't had in like fucking decades, getting behind this team.
But I also think, I mean, like, I remember in the distant past when the 49ers would have playoff success, none of that shit matters till next. Like, I mean, you'll enjoy it tonight. You got to enjoy it all day tomorrow. Tuesday, maybe you can start getting anxious, right? Like, you have to take 48 hours. Let's look at the quarterbacks who got sent home this weekend. Jordan Love, air in waiting, supposed to be the next guy, done. Russell Wilson, Super Bowl / Justin Fields, Super Bowl winning quarterback, done. Another exciting rookie in Bo Nix, done. You got Justin Herbert, who's been supposed to be the guy for longer than Jayden. Jayden Daniels was in middle school the first time we heard Justin Herbert is going to be the guy. And you know what I mean? Fucking Matthew Stafford, Super Bowl champ. Like, these dudes are done, and your guy is still going at fucking, I mean, that's the crazy shit you have to appreciate week by week. Because who knows with Detroit? Yes, I agree with you. Obviously, the Lions are a fucking machine, but it's playoff football, bro. We've seen weirder results than the Commanders beating the Lions in the fucking divisional round.
Right. I was going to say, let's not pretend like the Lions don't have demons of their own. The Lions got plenty of demons they have yet to fully conquer. It's a demon off. Who's got more demons? Which franchise?
I hate it because I've been rooting so hard for the Lions, though. Like, I was like, I wish y'all were playing the Eagles because I would just be going hand. Like, instead, I'm doing the like, well, it'll be so nice that one of them is in the NFC Championship game. Like, I don't feel like I want blood in that game. You know what I mean?
Bro, yeah, those Dan Campbell post-game locker room presser footage, that's like the best PR ever for any NFL team. Like, you can just not get it's impossible to not get behind a team after you see how close-knit those dudes are in the scene. But yeah, like I said, man, I have hope. Am I delusional enough to think that we win? No, but we got a chance. And bro, that's all you need in the NFL. If you got a quarterback who gives you a chance, you're in a good spot.
Yeah. That's big fat. Yeah, the Dan Campbell speeches, man, that's like my morning affirmations. Like, if someone would make a way to make that my alarm clock on Monday, you can't bury what comes from the dirt. Like, okay, I'm fucking bars, bro. I'm ready.
Motherfucking bars.
Let's run through some of these other games. By the way, I know we skipped the intro because we literally just hopped on and we wanted Tyler's livest possible reaction. Because I don't know that I've ever seen you as happy as you were when you first turned your camera on.
I feel so alive again. I haven't felt this way since 2012, buddy.
Yeah, but we got for everyone watching in the chat, John will be joining us in just a moment. He's getting a sick child down, and we'll be hopping on. Obviously, John was not glued to the television for 48 hours of football. There he is right now. It's John, aka LaJethro Jenkins. John, welcome to the pod. Welcome to the pod. What's up, bro?
What's up, man? Is it y'all niggas live and shit?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're on. You're live.
Yes, us niggas are live. Yes.
It's not y'all. It's y'all.
We're live.
Yeah.
What's up, man?
What's up, man?
How's the baby, bro?
Chill, everything cool, man. Baby girl just kind of sick. Baby boy is cool. I just put him down. But yeah, baby girl, I think she got norovirus. You feel me? You know what I mean?
Norovirus, not a fun one. Have had a tussle with the norovirus myself in the last couple of years, and did not end well for me on either end.
Yeah, she's been throwing up since 3:30 a.m. I'm just waiting for it to beat up me and Rather up. At this point, you feel me?
Well, if it is not to get too technical, if it is norovirus, actually, that's one of the that would not be one of the more communicable ones. You know what I mean? Like y'all should be okay. Yeah.
Okay.
When I got norovirus, no one else in the house got it because you have to be sharing food stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm not eating.
And we don't do that. We don't do that with our children. I'm not pulling Kraft mac and cheese with my fingies out of Maya's bowl. You know what I mean?
We cool on that, dog. It's crazy, like how she's sick every other week, but of course she is. Every time I go to the school, every kid has his nose is running and they all got their hands in their mouth. It's like. It's
COVID
amazing.
Killed people keeping their kids home sick. My mom would always keep us home sick so we didn't fuck up someone else's. She's like, you don't know.
But that's what we're doing tomorrow.
situations.
Like
Yeah.
some of you will probably be good tomorrow because it's usually 24
But
hours.
when you drop your
But,
kid
yeah.
off at preschool, it sounds like an insane asylum with the amount of coughing and like shit going on in those preschools and stuff, bro. It's
These,
just,
but these parents, they just don't want to
parents
be
are
home.
like, why?
They don't want to. Right.
Well,
Right before. Yeah, go ahead.
I mean, you know, our kids went to a super blue collar preschool. I don't know about your guys' situation, but it was like, I will say
Yeah,
at least that was
definitely.
why we would take our kids home. Cause you're like, you know, if you get someone else sick, it's like you're working hourly. This country doesn't really provide a route for you to keep your kid home sick. You know what I mean?
For sure. But I mean, at the same time, like I see these parents, it's blue collar, motherfuckers ain't.
Yeah.
So like, they like, yo, we're right before Christmas.
Yeah.
We got 14 days with them. You know what I mean? Like they don't, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of rough and shit. They got to work still. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like, so yeah.
All right. Well, we're talking about football. Tyler's favorite
Yeah.
football team just banked in a field goal on some
Congratulations.
crazy shit.
Oh, they banked that in? I was watching it. I was looking up on my phone because I'm invested in Tyler's happiness. I don't give a fuck about football. You know what I mean?
Thank
So
you,
I
my
saw that
brother.
they won. You know what I mean? I'm like, good. You know what I mean? So
You were just looking at it like you were checking the
on
weather
Google.
on Tyler's
Google. Yep,
mental state. Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
I
cool.
wish you'd
Yeah.
been here when he hopped in because I was just saying I don't know that I've ever seen him smile as big as he was smiling when he first logged on.
I hate I missed that, man.
He had look he had both dimples going. He had
I'd have been
dimples on
blushing
both
like a
sides
motherfucker.
going.
I'd have been blushing like a mother. Look at that handsome man right there. You feel me? Happy and handsome too. Ooh, you know what I'm saying?
Ooh,
That's my favorite flavor of Tyler. You know what I'm saying?
All right, let's look at the other games we had. As a certified Packers hater, I did enjoy the Eagles beating the Packers. That was a dudes getting punked off. It was like just dudes getting carried and run over and shit. Like number 24 for the Packers, bro. That was a rough clip. He got carried for like 20 yards. You just went for a ride on the carousel, bro.
Yeah, that was, I don't know, bro. The Packers you watch the Packers today and you're like, yeah, y'all earned a playoff spot, but this is where it should stop, bro. Like y'all have no season advancing in the postseason through no fault of your own. They're a banged up team, right? And they'll for sure bounce back, hopefully come back full strength next postseason. But this year, just not in the cards, bro.
Yeah, for sure. Well, and the next game we'll talk about in a couple minutes is the Ravens Steelers, which the Steelers are kind of in that boat where it's like, it's actually a big accomplishment to make the playoffs. But when you make it into the playoffs and get smacked a little bit, it's like, it doesn't really feel like an accomplishment. Okay. Here's my question to you. Saquon had a wide open, it would have been an untouched 60-yard touchdown to go up. It would have been 3 scores. It would have been 28-10 with 1 minute and 4 seconds left. Instead, he slid so that they could kneel it out. As usual, this was proclaimed to be a big-brained, selfless move. And here is my question to you. If we have any advanced stat analysts in the Jenkins and Jones chat right now, how much does that change the win probability versus going up 3 scores with a minute left in an NFL where the onside kick success percentage is, I believe, like 4%? I just it's so universally praised when dudes do this. And when I tweeted that, people were bringing up, oh, well, he could have hurt his hamstring on the run. People sliding when they're running full speed is this is actually a real thing that teams will bring in tutors for quarterbacks because guys sliding full speed on grass is really difficult to do in a non-awkward way. So I think if you're worried about physical risk, I think that's a problem. The one they brought up is, the defense has to go back out there. So as you risk injury to the defense, the special teams and all the other stuff, I fully for sure understand that. I just it's football, bro. It's the merging of individual desires with team desires, and scoring a touchdown to go up 18 points with a minute left feels like both things are accomplished there. And salute to Saquon for being the most selfless running back in history. That's going to be what his tag is from this season, where he turned down the rushing record and slid that one out. But I just personally, I would rather see you jog that bitch into the end zone, bro. I feel like that's safe personally. If I'm a Saquon fan, if I'm an Eagles fan, we all have touchdowns where you remember a 60-yard touchdown in the playoffs where you have that whole run, you're just losing your fucking mind. Those are your favorite moments as fans. So I don't know. I'm of two minds about it, but I just don't understand why everyone praises it like, he's won the chess game. It's like, is the chance of fumbling, kneeling it down not the same as the chance of giving up 3 scores in a minute and 4 seconds? And also 2 onside. Like, I don't really understand how it changes things that much.
Yeah, I mean, I'm siding with the folks who say that, that's a good move to keep the defense on the sideline, keep them rested. Y'all just gonna nail that shit out. It's game over. I get that. But bro, we're in the like, do we know the over under on that shit? Because that's the era we're in now. Like, did he fuck up the money on that? Like, that's a question that I think a lot of people are probably invested in.
That's what I quote tweeted with someone was like, I know he fucked up a lot of people's tickets. And I just quote tweeted and was like, I don't give a fuck about the gambling part of it at all. I'm just like, did he really like seal the game more doing that than he would have scored the touchdown? But yeah, of course, that's what people are going to be talking about. Over under, his player props, touchdown props involving him, the spread, like all that other shit. And I apologize to the overlords. I don't know the answer to those questions.
I personally would have ran that bitch in, bro. You got to run the postseason stats up. You want those long runs and those TDs on your postseason resume, dog. But Saquon's a different dude, like you said, man. Good for him.
He is, and good for him, and he is a good dude for sure. I just like the other thing is this. Those stats are black and white, bro. When you talk about the difference between being a Hall of Famer and not, stuff like that, all-time things matter. And hopefully what he's done this year has been publicized enough in terms of what he's turned down. I'm sure that will be counted as a positive in and of itself. But to me, that's the other component is like, getting that yellow jacket is worth quite a bit of money over the rest of your life, bro. You know what I mean? So there's just like a lot of factors to it, to me, again, where I'm like, are you taking the winning, the percentage chance of winning from a 99.999 to a 100%? Is that worth not scoring a 60-yard touch? Like, I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, if it's me, but maybe I'm just a selfish motherfucker. I don't know. Tyler and I would have been high-fiving the whole way to the end zone, holding the football in the other hand.
I done did a flip into that motherfucker. Injury concerns be damned. What the fuck y'all know?
Or let me throw this out there. That's the appropriate time to do the Deshaun Jackson, I'm going to try and drop the football as close to the goal line as possible. You know what I mean? Your worst case scenario. Yeah.
Live on the edge a little.
Ball on the 1, down 2 scores still. I don't know. Whatever. All right. Ravens, Steelers. Like I was talking about, big accomplishment in many ways for the Steelers to make the playoffs. Mike Tomlin continues to churn out winning seasons. He's historic in that regard. But I sense a growing, and I'm friends with a lot of Steelers fans, growing dissatisfaction with going to the playoffs and losing their first game in the playoffs. I think someone tweeted out it was like their 4th straight playoff game with a double-digit deficit at halftime. And, the NFL is not like the NBA. You can't really tank in the NFL. But there's nothing worse still than being tracked in that purgatory where you're good enough to compete and get in and then get your ass kicked by your fucking division rivals on national television. So how do you feel about where the Steelers are at before we turn to the Ravens, Tyler?
I feel like that ass open that the Ravens gave them, I was looking at the Steelers like, bro, y'all, this isn't Steelers football. And I can understand if Steelers fans are feeling that way and are like, fuck all the happy to be here shit. We are just, our identity isn't what it used to be. We're not getting wins in the postseason like we used to. Like, some shit has to change. Baltimore ran that motherfucker 13 straight times. That is disrespectful. So why was there not a bench clearing brawl after like number 11, after like the 11th straight run, bro? 13 straight times running that motherfucker. That is complete disrespect and disregard for you as a division rival, as their top-notch division rival. They ran that motherfucker 13 straight times on your bitch ass. Like, dog. Where does pride come into play at some point? Somebody got to get a motherfucking a personal foul penalty or something 13 straight times. That is so crazy to me, dog.
You need a quit it. You need a quit it fight. You know what I mean? Like
Stop. Pittsburgh ain't even hit him with the little brother, just push you off with the leg. They ain't do shit. They ain't pinched the bitch or nothing. They ain't do a motherfucker. 13 straight times they ran that bitch on you, dog. God damn, have some pride, bro.
I tweeted at halftime because I've gotten to witness the Niners beat up on our rivals in the playoffs a few times. That game must have hit like uncut heroin for Ravens fans. Like there's nothing like you saw how happy Tyler was. You get a playoff win, there's no better feeling. I get a whole week to pretend my team is going to win the Super Bowl. But when you get to embarrass a team you hate on national TV in the playoffs, that is like borderline like sex. Like since like that is like the
you ain't gotta whisper
euphoria, bro.
Are the kids up?
I'm not trying to give anyone the wrong. I'm not trying to suggest anything here.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to go over there and watch Colin Kaepernick run the ball against the Packers. Actually, I was listening to your podcast. It sounds like we could just watch the Niners playoff win the Packers.
No, we cannot.
No. I said like. It was like it. Yeah, it was like.
Oh, that's funny. That is funny.
What other games we got? We had a game that caught me off guard. I think when we had the Gridiron Gals on, did we not all pick the Chargers?
It was a clean sweep for San Diego. For San Diego, I'm going to always call them that forever.
Yeah.
It was a clean sweep for the Los Angeles Chargers to win that one. And bro, Herbert, who the fuck was he throwing to? What the fuck was he seeing that game, dog? Like, and we talked about it. Like we were like, Houston, they look like they regressed a bit this season and look like the Chargers were primed to take that next step. I think that's why a lot of us, we're going with the Chargers there. But dog, Herbert it was just not a good look for him that game, dog. And it was Meme-a-palooza on Twitter after that motherfucking game. It's gonna be a rough off season for that dude, man, because the jokes are starting to roll in, dog. You see, you drop that meme of James Harden in
the powder blues, man. The powder blue.
I didn't watch the game at all, but on Twitter I saw at least three times. That might be the worst decision Herbert's ever made. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, so if that's all I'm seeing about a quarterback in a playoff game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the other game, Bills Broncos, Bills won as expected. That sets up the game everyone's basically looking for out of the next round. The Bills Ravens Sunday 3:30 p.m. next weekend. The top two guys for MVP.
Perfect.
Both of whom want to make sure that if it wasn't them, the other guy looks real fucking stupid in a couple weeks when he accepts that award. How excited are you for that game? And we'll talk about it more during the week, but early thoughts, how do you think that's going to play out, Tyler?
It's what we wanted all season. We wanted that matchup all season, and the winner is going to get Kansas City more than likely because Houston just does the unthinkable.
The Texans, I think, are guaranteed to. I think the Texans are the lowest seed and guaranteed to play the Chiefs, I believe.
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm sorry. You're saying yes. I'm sorry.
You're saying the winner gets the Chiefs.
Yes,
like I
in
said,
the AFC Championship.
Yeah, unless Houston does the unthinkable and beats Kansas City. So this was what we wanted all season. We wanted Baltimore and Buffalo to duke it out, and the winner gets Kansas City for all the marbles. Basically, I think whoever wins that wins the Super Bowl, right? So yeah, this is perfect. I love it when a plan comes together and you get what you wanted all season, and this is exactly what I wanted all season.
Yeah, I could not be more excited. It's gonna be. It might be a little bit of an old school Twitter day. The golden retriever versus Lamar Jackson.
That's what Shay was saying on Twitter too. It's going to feel like old Twitter again. And Bomani was like, it's going to feel like 85 Lakers versus Celtics.
Yeah.
A little bit of an MVP battle, a little bit of a race war, a little bit of just a sprinkle of race war for your Saturday, for your Sunday,
It's going to be a good gumbo, man. I already got the chips. I got the queso. You know what I mean? We're ready to go. Yeah. Just sitting on deck for next Sunday. All right. The remaining game to this week is Vikings Rams Monday night. I think it's bullshit they make people play on Monday night. I understand they're doing the full weekend thing this weekend, but like Monday night playoff game is always going to be weird to me. I think we talked about. I think we were split with the Gridiron Gals on Vikings versus Rams. I think it's the Vikings, but were you Vikings too, Tyler? I'm trying to remember.
I think I went Rams.
You're Rams, okay.
I think I'm still believing in that McVay Stafford mojo, bro.
Okay.
And I saw Darnold looking like the old Darnold, bro.
He did look like the old Darnold, but I don't know. I feel like the Vikings and the Texans are going to be similar story. Like, I just feel like it's like it happens occasionally. Usually when a team backslides into the playoffs, it goes the way it did for the Steelers. But sometimes when a team is stutters a little right before the playoffs, they just need that week to get that hard reset and like, okay, new fucking season. We're still a good football team. We'll see. Should be a fun game Monday night. John was briefly a football fan this week, thanks to a video of Xavier Legette. John may have temporarily forgotten how Southern and country most of the NFL is. Xavier Legette not only showing video that he does actually kill and eat squirrels, but that he took its coat off, or as he said, they undressed him. John, this is the key? This is the key to getting you back into football.
That's a different level of country. That's an aspirational level of country. Niggas just be country. He bout that shit. You know what I'm saying? Nigga ran up the tree, grabbed the squirrel, and he said, undress the motherfucker. You know what I mean? He got Coon in the locker room and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, most of them niggas that say they country ain't even had rabbit stew. Like I said, you feel me? They ain't even, they ain't country like that. You feel me? So I don't know, G. Him right there, like I said, it's an aspirational level, man. I don't know. I might have to tap in. He plays for the Panthers, though, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. South Carolina boy playing for Carolina.
Yeah, that's gonna be hard to watch, but I might tap in. Tap in. We'll see.
Hey, tapping for the Bryce storyline, man.
I know.
That's looking like a feel-good redemption story right there.
I've been watching that. I know they set him down, came back. He was, running it up a little bit. You feel me? Had some good wins, so I might tap in. I know he played at Alabama. I lived there 9 years, so yeah, we'll see.
I would just say, John, Xavier Legette might be an aspirational level, but having covered knowing a lot of NFL guys from Long Beach, Major League Baseball guys from Long Beach, the stories you always shut the fuck up and listen to are this country motherfucker in the locker room, blank, and there's a lot of those stories. And then from baseball players, it's this Dominican dude was telling us about. Both times you're just like, tell me more.
Right. I know the locker room's full of SEC players, so I imagine I know there's country niggas in there, but my man had a raccoon, you know what I'm saying, like a different level of naked. You know what I'm saying? he had to hide off that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's different. So yeah, much respect to that man though. He really about that country shit.
All right. We have an important Jenkins and Jones announcement that Tyler is soon to change his Twitter handle to Dragon iPhones.
Oh no. Oh no.
The Jenkins and Jones group chat for the first time in history will be blue bubbles. Tyler, for those of you who are new to the show, Tyler's entire Twitter empire is built off of a bubblegum 25-cent phone he got. Fucking. Where did you say he got it, John?
Out of Kroger, nigga. Dropped a quarter in that motherfucker. The battery life was cracking. He said, "Shit, we good, nigga." You know what I'm saying? Fuck the extras. I respect it. You know what I mean? He stood on that shit.
I just never gave a fuck about phones. Like I'm a one-issue voter of phones. Battery life, that's it, dog. But like, we discussed, I got a god baby I got to FaceTime with, so it's time for me to, step into the blue bubble world. You feel me? So yeah.
Thank you.
But yeah, I went to get that shit hooked up today.
You said what? Go ahead. You said what?
I went to get that shit hooked up today, and I was transferring all my shit over, and there was like 20 minutes left, and the girl working was like, "Oh yeah, you're good to go. You can." And I left, and the 20 minutes finished, and it was still some shit they had to do. So tomorrow morning I'm going back up that motherfucker.
I'm really invested in your experience having an iPhone. I do think iPhones are more user friendly. I think it's a better user experience, but I want to see how you transfer from what you was on to this and like how that experience is. So we need to have a little segment where so how's Tyler and the phone going? We'll find out a cool name for it. Well, okay, yeah.
Dragon
But, how you-
iPhones. It's Dragon
yeah.
iPhones.
Dragon iPhone segment. Let's.
I mean, our first 4-way FaceTime is gonna be unreal. Talk
Oh my
about
God.
that's gonna hit in the vein, bro.
I hear Tyler. I'm like, yo, tell me when you get this motherfucking phone so we can get the gossiping, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, nigga, you hear me?
This is the
Big
greatest
guys,
gossiping tool.
25.
This is the
Hey.
greatest gossiping tool
Hey.
ever invented, bro. That's a
Gossiping
fact.
is back, nigga. Let's tap in.
I'm gonna add that to the list on Tuesday too. What are we gossiping about today?
Oh yeah, man. Yeah.
The first blue bubble that we see in that group chat is gonna be crazy.
Gossiping have one P or two.
I would assume
It's
2.
one S,
Two.
right? Two
Two.
S's and
But
one
with
S's,
the
two Ps.
two
with
S's
the-
and two P's. Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
and
Makes
not the
sense, that
word
makes
gossip,
sense,
but
that
the word
makes
gossiping.
Gossiping. Yeah, it's a dumb looking word with two P's. I'll be honest with you. Respect to Mississippi, but gossiping looks very stupid when I spell it out.
Two P's does not look right in my brain. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, but yeah, go ahead.
That's why they had to make up the song about it. The ISSIVV.
Yeah, ISS. Yeah.
Can I tell you
IPI,
a story about? Hold on. I'm gonna text Shar. I want to see if I can tell a story Shar told me about teaching last week. I probably
We're gonna make fun of children.
no. I'm gonna find a way to do it in the hypothetical.
Okay.
Okay.
The
You
chat's
shouldn't have
saying maybe
said the
gossiping
Shar
has one
part.
P.
You
I
know what
should have.
mean?
I
Like
should. I
that-
fucked it up
you,
by the
You
intro.
fucked it up with
That's
that.
the
Now
problem
you
with being
can't tell it.
live. I can't cut it out.
Yeah.
Gossiping has one P,
guys.
guys.
That's one
Does
P.
it?
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh,
and that makes sense.
My Stickies app is
All
fucking
is
up.
right
then.
in the world.
My Stickies app is fucking up. That all the Jenkins and Joe's topics get listed in.
What was Tyler, I wanted to warn you about this. My iPhone, like I'm like, this is not how you spell this. Like Siri be fucking up. Then I'll go to Google and be like, nigga, how I know and you don't know Siri? You got all that shit downloaded. You know what I'm saying? You fucking me up. You know what I mean? There's some words that I'll like try to type in the first like 3/4 of the letter because I don't know how to spell the last part of it.
Right.
And motherfucker won't even have an idea, have a clue. Crazy.
Can I tell you guys something really funny that I think I may have told you before, but I forget. I definitely haven't said this on the pod. Is that for editing social clips, like before years ago, you had to hand transcribe it if you wanted to put captions on, right? And now
You use
Adobe
CapCut
Premiere.
now?
I know Adobe Premiere has like
Okay.
it has its own transcription AI feature that like used to be crappy, but now it's better. It's better than it was. It's not perfect. Certainly, it's not perfect, especially when people talk fast. It doesn't always get everyone. It gets a lot of people wrong. It's not like gets some people wrong and not others. But one thing that it gets wrong a lot is your guys' use of the N-word.
Of course.
Sometimes it gets it like sometimes
Does
it just
go
doesn't
hard
like.
R on us?
Sometimes it doesn't understand. It gets it like it just says it types out words that are not even the right word. Sometimes it doesn't
What does
have
it type
doesn't
out?
have a hard R, and sometimes it has a hard R. And I have to go in there being correcting the shit like it's like a jump scare every time because it just automatically populates, and then it automatically fills in all the captions, and then I go in caption by caption to make sure, not just for that, for any sort of issue, right? For any sort of incorrection, I want to make sure it's right.
How do you
Then
count to make sure it's the right number of asterisks?
I
Are you
say it in my
spelling your
I
head?
say the
Are
letters
you
in my
spelling
head.
it in your head?
I say the letters individually in my head. I say the letters individually in my brain to go asterisk, 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 asterisk. Okay. Make sure I got that one right. But that's also a great question, even aside from the N-word, because sometimes for the word motherfucker, I like, ooh, do I do do I do UCKER, UCKA? Sometimes I gotta, it depends on the time. So there's a lot of
You say never?
captioning nuance.
I've never said ER. I mean,
But when you spell it out, you do motherfucker spell, don't you?
Yeah, but when you spell it out, you would do
You
the
don't say
MUH.
you don't say
would say MUH, right?
UCKAH when you text it though, do you?
No, when I text it to you, MUH,
He says
FUCKA.
MUH sometimes. He does say
Yeah,
MUH.
Yeah, motherfucker. I don't say motherfucker. Bro, I'm not because okay, when I say like God damn, I say GOTDAMN. I'm not saying God.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Like God is crazy, and then motherfucker is a weird word if you're actually saying the actual word. To me.
Right.
I mean,
You know
I
what I
say
mean?
motherfucker and motherfucker. Like I'll be like motherfucker is like an adjective or an adverb. I'm like, yeah, he kicked that and he threw that motherfucking
goofy-ass
ball.
motherfucker.
Right?
Yeah.
Like I wouldn't say he threw that motherfucking ball. I say he threw that motherfucking ball.
Yeah.
But then I would call a person a motherfucker though. You know,
Okay.
it's levels to it, man. It's
Good
very
distinction.
interesting.
Yeah, that's you. Yeah,
That's a good
everything's
distinction.
yeah,
So-
yeah,
so-
yeah,
so-
go ahead.
Would you guys prefer going forward that every single time I do a caption for this word, I just leave it with an A at the end? An A at the end? I'm talking about the word.
Hey, we don't
And
want the R, brother.
I'm not talking about. I'm talking about motherfucker. I'm talking about motherfucker.
Okay.
Let me be
okay.
clear.
All right. Okay.
Be
That's
clear.
good to know.
And
I
I will
mean,
try to. I'll
I-
try to parse
yeah.
the nuance between MUH versus MO. You know.
I think
Imagine
ER, so
explaining
people
this
know
shit
what it
to
is.
Timothy Pulitzer back in the day, bro. This is what
Right.
this is the media. This is what the media.
This is
Timothy Pulitzer.
This is called producing, Reddy.
Is it an A?
Not hard. I'm talking about a different word. Don't say that.
What were we talking about? Oh, I was trying to find out from Shar if I could tell this story. She hasn't texted me back yet. I'm gonna assume this is a no.
Y'all want to talk about whole shit?
Okay, no, hold on. Wait. Okay, hold on. Okay. Did you know that they have changed the way the alphabet song goes? You may be experiencing this in preschool because the LMNOP goes so fast that kids were not learning the correct order of the letters.
Okay, y'all speak first.
And the way my wife found this out was with a specific instance, but it's also true.
What's
that,
the
like,
remix? How does the remix?
Yeah,
go?
can you?
Wait.
give
How
some-
old was the person in this
My
instance?
wife teaches in high school.
I know. So I was want to make sure.
Yeah.
Wow.
There's high schoolers
learner.
who don't know the
English-
alphabetical order.
NMLO, because it's like if you just English language learner, but like if you're
Okay.
just
Oh,
hearing
that's-
the song,
that
you're
makes sense.
like, okay.
Okay, English is stupid. I will never. Yeah, I will never.
Yeah,
you
if
know,
it's
look
not
down on
your
someone
native
if that's their
language, I
second
don't
Well, but
know.
if you right, because if you think about it, like if you were learning how to speak, Japanese through a song, Emanello would be like that's the kind of mistake
Right.
you'd make a million fucking
100%.
times. But but that is how we teach anyone. If you were trying to learn the alphabet, you would also still learn the alphabet song at
Yeah.
whatever age.
Yeah. So I mean, it's funny.
He's
like,
been an
that-
English
that they
language
said
learner.
it, but
He's
it's
been an English
it's
language learner.
understandable.
He's been an English language. They have been an English language learner for long enough that Shar did pause the class
Emanello.
to have some fun.
respect.
Okay, all right. I know. I was gonna ask Tyler about the phone. The Android phones always make me they give me anxiety. The fonts and shit. I'm just being
Like, it
honest.
seems
about
hard to
that.
navigate, honestly. Like I'm not on no weird shit. It just seems like
I
Just
think
the
a lot
font
who
where
are.
everything looks like kind of like written out or scribbled out almost. I don't know.
I don't know what you're talking about.
it looked like a
What's going on?
desktop computer to me. That's what it kind of looks like. It's just
Yeah.
there's too many things going on for it to me. Like
Yeah.
when I've had to use it when somebody else had it and I was trying to navigate it, it was really hard to find very basic things for me.
Yeah.
Is Safari the browser on the iPhone? 'Cause
The browser, yeah.
You can
I'm
get
gonna be a Google.
Chrome,
that's
though.
what I'm saying. I'm gonna be a Google Chrome dude on my shit, dog. I'm
Yeah,
You
sorry.
can do
get
that,
Google
yeah.
Chrome.
And you can change the defaults on it, which I appreciate too. So, the other thing I remember I was going to say, because y'all were talking about the AI stuff and Siri, and then Jackson was talking about the caption thing,
captioning,
misreading you guys.
yeah.
That's actually like a real thing with AI and everything. We use for the 562, we use a transcription service for interviews called
Right.
Otter.
I've used it.
And bro, put a interview with a black teenager into Otter.
Oh man.
And it just like, especially when it was first around, it was like, you got me. I have no idea what this kid is saying. Like it was just throwing fucking words out there. It's a coach down here who grew up in Oakland, Carl Buggs. He grew up in Oakland. He's been living in Compton and coaching in Long Beach for the last several decades. He has a particular accent, a way of speaking that you would expect based on the black man that I just described. Otter was send me shit back like just random nouns next to each other, bro. Just like
That's
like
what I
a-
meant when I was like, sometimes Premiere, when it translates, I'm like, this is not even.
He said
you'll
like
see
we
that
took the
now.
ball out and it would say concrete poor forest fire. Like you know what I mean? You're just like, what the fuck? Like what? Sounds nothing like what he just said, bro.
You see that now on some captions when people don't take the time to correct the caption.
Yeah.
And I'm like, none of that was just said. You know what I'm saying?
I have a theory that like some people, because I feel like it happens on TikTok a lot. The captions are wrong, and I think people are intentionally not correcting them. I think it almost gets you to be like, I'm gonna keep like it almost like makes me mad a little bit in a way that makes me keep watching a video sometimes. Where I'm like, there's no way this level of care or lack of care like is not being like. I feel like it has to be like it's like a bit almost. I don't know.
Yeah, because I mean, some of that stuff be on like larger pages. It's not like ESPN,
Right. I'm like, you would
but
think.
it's like a cracking ass sports page or whatever. And I'm like, yo,
Call them out.
it's not that wasn't said. But I honestly feel like it be white people editing. And they don't really
Or
know
like
what
creating
these
a
niggas be
software
saying.
or whatever, right?
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
No, I mean,
Right.
created all software for sure. Yes.
Definitely.
Yes,
And then even, yeah.
definitely.
Both of them.
And then
Yeah.
also the editors don't know what they're saying. You know what I'm saying? Like they're truly confused. Yeah, man.
All right. Do we have anything else? We're gonna do Dookie Butt of the Week.
Let's do it.
What was the host shit you wanted to talk about?
No, I mean we was talking about it in the pod, in a group chat. We ain't really got it. I was talking shit, honestly, bro. I was just saying shit. You know what I mean?
I
I
don't
just
even
wants to talk
remember.
about when he used to be a hoe.
No, first of all, I don't believe in being hoes. I just believe.
Great correction. Thank
No,
you.
no, I'm serious. I just believe people be doing whole shit. You know what I mean?
Okay,
Like,
sorry.
No.
That's
I
a
don't
weird
give a
distinction,
fuck. But I mean, I feel like this. I feel like hoe has a negative connotation, right?
Right.
Like I'm not looking at a woman or a man that does shit that's hoe shit. I just think they do whole shit. Like I like to get together with a woman and do whole shit when I was on my whole shit. You know what I'm saying?
But that didn't make you a hoe, is what you're saying.
Not make me or make her one. You feel
Okay,
me?
gotcha. Right,
Yeah,
of course.
Yeah. It was just like we like to do slut each other out. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what motherfuckers. Yeah. So yeah, I don't believe in that. But I was just talking shit. I don't.
Hoe hours with John Nichols. Thank you. Yeah, that's cool.
You
No,
could sell
I'm
some
well past that.
sponsorships.
I was
Sponsored by Blue Chew.
Sponsored by
I
Blue
was
Chew.
talking to
Sponsored by
Ron
Doodle.
about that. I was talking to Ron about that. Like, that was cool. We was having a conversation like on Friday, just rapping and shit. That was cool at 32. At 42, nigga, like, I don't, bro. You know how like we talk about Charles Barkley?
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And how he put up, at 32, hey, I could put up 40 every night. You know what I'm saying? I was having fun. I couldn't imagine being out in these streets now, bro, having to like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Hey, G, no, man. No, I couldn't imagine
I
that.
say all the time, Solomon, Missouri should have got a fucking Pulitzer for that.
For sure, man. To lead your home, family life is where I need to be at 42, bro. You feel me?
Hey, they out here pegging.
I got
right
a 40
now,
ball
they're
every
out here
2
pegging
weeks.
now, John. Yep. Hey, every 2 weeks is good money.
Hey, bro. And we, and it might not even be that with these kids when they first, you know what I'm saying? Niggas be tired, I might have a Chris Paul game every so often anyway.
I tweeted a picture shortly after the kids were born. I tweeted a picture of myself about to pass
be
out.
like, what the fuck y'all on
What
here?
the fuck are y'all on in that room? When Vinny was a baby, I covered a basketball game and it went to overtime, and I was so tired that I was like about to pass out standing up on the baseline. And I just tweeted a picture of myself out like this, like,
yeah.
And a kid, I've been a longtime follower of both of yours, actually, immediately quote tweeted it and said, well, you're trying to schmack, but the baby won't fall asleep. And I was like, that's wisdom from a 17-year-old right there, brother.
Know that.
I was like,
That's
that
crazy.
is exactly what that
That's crazy. That's crazy. The kids are the biggest cock block. I have never. I mean, I'm talking about, bro. When someone was first born, it was like she had a sixth sense, nigga. Oh, okay. She sleep. Oh, we feeling. You know what I'm saying? We got the energy. We ain't too tired. You feel? Let's get it. I might be like just getting revved up, and then got down. The fuck. Wow. Leave my mommy alone.
Robin's about to come in here and take the microphone from you, bro.
Man, crazy. Biggest cock block, nigga. You know what I'm saying?
All right, let's get to Dookie Butt of the Week. Tyler, who is your chat? We need yours, and then you can vote on ours as well. Tyler, who's your Dookie Butt of the Week?
This dude who I never even heard of until he tweeted that shit. Dude is named Keith Wasserman, and he's some millionaire real estate.
Oh, you talking about he runs Wasserman?
Wasserman?
Yeah, it's like nigga. Yeah. Hey, before you get into it, no. Before you get into it, you know that Papa John shit.
Yeah.
Well, I knew it was. Remember we were supposed to have that show with a Cycle, like well before, like you know what I'm saying, before we got supposed to have a show at Cycle, and it was called Laundry Service. It was the actual agency. Yeah. They had Papa John's business, and they was in the room, and Papa John said, "Nigga, Wasserman runs that agency," and Wasserman and was like, "Yo, like he has so much money that they lost $500 million because they separated from Papa John's, had to let go 100 people, and was like, it didn't affect Wasserman at all, but like it almost ruined the agency, but like that's how much money he has." If that gives you an idea. Did what I say just make sense?
Yeah, and it definitely plays to why he's my Dookie Butt, because he tweeted some shit out. I don't know if y'all saw this, but it went pretty viral where he's got a house in the Palisades that was burning. And he tweeted out, "Does anyone have access to private firefighters to protect my home in Pacific Palisades? Need to act fast here. All my neighbors' houses are burning. Will pay any amount. Thank you." Fuck that nigga, dog. Wow. Like, bro, that just really encapsulates just how so many people are just like the 1% are just revolves around them, and just I don't know how you can have all that money and you're seeing your whole neighborhood get decimated, and you're like, "Hey, come save me. I'll give you money to save." Like, you're not saying, "Hey, I got a lot of money. This is a tough time. I know that people who are, worse off than me are going through bad things. So I'm going to get, a fund going for my neighborhood." And this motherfucker said, "I will pay anything for y'all to come save me and have my house be the only house that isn't burned down in this neighborhood."
Like, I understand being like, my house or my family's being threatened. I will use every resource at my disposal to help to save us. I totally understand that. Tweeting in public where all your neighbors and everyone else can see, fuck everyone else, help me. To me, I agree with everything that you're saying. That being said, like, we had the medical shit, whatever else. I'd use every inch of juice I have to try and save my family when it comes to naturals or whatever else. So I understand that, but the way he said that,
his family to
and saying the phrase private firefighters, like, I truly hate the way some people outside of Southern California have tweeted about this shit. Like, it's just like that dude is the only type of dude that's losing his house, which is obviously not true. Yeah. But he's the reason why people outside of Southern California feel that way, because of tweeting insane, stupid shit like that.
Yeah. I mean, I got a crash history course on the historical Black home ownership roots of Altadena during all of this. I had no idea. You know what I mean? Like, I found out that was a very Black city with a lot of Black homeowners that had homes that were handed down through generations, and a lot of elderly homeowners who were, both those houses in the 50s and 60s and such. And yeah, bro, I mean,
it wasn't redlined. Altadena was not redlined, and it was one of the stops on the Great Migration as people were coming out. Like, it was basically the same travel line that ended up in Compton and Long Beach, but Altadena was an earlier stop coming west.
Yeah. Yeah, man. It's just I just do not know how you can be just so tone deaf during a time like this where people are losing everything, and you're gonna bounce back just fine if you've got all that ridiculous money. You just broadcast some shit like that. I don't get it, bro.
Also, for me, he probably didn't take 1 second to think about the danger that those firefighters would be in, fighting for his house in the middle of all that shit. You know what I'm saying? Didn't take in consideration like that. Like, dude, evacuate. You have your life. You lose a house. You have the money to rebuild for sure. You're a billionaire, but you want people to ignore people that, if they lose something, they have lost shit. There's people that are struggling with insurance issues. You know what I mean? Like, y'all familiar with State Farm and what they was doing, you know what I'm saying, and all that. Like, anyway, but you ignore all that and focus on me. Take away from people that need and focus on me and put their lives in danger. I think we've talked about this where it's confusing how fucked up money can make people mentally. You know what I mean? Where like that is a level of money nobody should have when they've got that, they're just that disassociated with life, with regular humans. It's crazy.
I actually do think he's thinking about the danger that the firefighters are in, which is why he wanted private firefighters. Like the one of the reasons these people want to privatize everything and why they have their own minor militias and shit like that is because public sector first responders have very strong unions.
Mm-hmm.
And I know, people obviously rightfully criticize a lot of the stuff police unions do and stuff, but like the firefighters union is a fucking that is a union. And so they don't want that. They want to be able to hire people at the lowest cost possible to risk their life to protect their things. And so that I think he didn't say someone get the fire department up here. He said get some disposable private firefighters up here on purpose. Like, I think that was very, very intentional, John, who's your Dookie Butt of the week?
My Dookie Butt is LeBron James. It's not because of the shit with Drake. It's because how many shoes has he dropped? And Dom Kennedy said, "Don't wear them. Don't wear them.
don't wear them bras in the club.
Bras in the club. Shit's ugly."
You ain't never lied.
He ain't never lied. This is the best player of all time. He's dropped 20-something pairs of shoes. Dom Kennedy said this in like 2012. And like Tyler said, that nigga ain't never lied. That's a shame. That's a shame.
Yeah. Like, bro, we were talking about it, like, for the Jordans to be just so iconic. I feel like, from 1 to 14, the only miss there are the twos. And even the twos are starting to grow on me a bit. I'll see a certain color.
The low top. I fuck with a low top too. I fuck with a low top too.
Yeah. And for them to look up, you get Jordan and then you get LeBron. And I feel like the only truly iconic LeBron kicks are the South Beaches. I feel like those were the only kicks that he dropped that really just like shifted everything, that were a big deal with the culture and shit. And I've got a few pairs of LeBrons. Like, I got the superhero 14s and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Some of my favorites. But yeah, bro, I just, dog, it felt like there was a run where Nike was putting out the same bronze for like 4 straight years. I was like, what are we doing here, dog?
I honestly feel like after the All-Star 7s, I don't think I really. I mean, the 9s had a good moment. The 10s.
The All-Star. I got the All-Star 7-2s. The laser blue joints.
Joint. Yeah. I fuck with them. Like, but other than them, he ain't really had no smashes. I think the ones was cool. You know what I mean? But like, he ain't really had no smashes, and that's just crazy. From you're the best player, of all time, and and niggas is saying don't wear your shit in the club. Them shit's ugly in 2012, and it's still, and motherfuckers was like, Brown was looking. I mean, Dom was looking out. He was trying to help y'all niggas out, bro. You feel me?
Dog, Bron tweeted years ago, someone back when he was out here asked me anything, Ask Me Anything days of Twitter 2014-ish and shit. Yeah. Like, someone asked him his favorite artist and he listed Dom. He's like, Dom Kennedy, and then put a parentheses, even though he said my shoes are ugly. Like, hey, they should be getting back to Bron, bro. Bron is very online, dog.
Bron's antenna are up, bro. Yeah. Bron's antenna are up. That's why when Jackson did that clip on us saying is Bron washed, I was like, oh, I don't like it. I was like, we're gonna get that text.
Let's keep it a bean. Do we want a Bron interview?
Bron would never tell us anything.
Yeah,
Bron is so media trained. We wouldn't get anything insightful. I don't think.
Do you want Bron on Jenkins and Jones? Of course.
What? I mean, half of the pod said they don't, so ain't that dumb of a question, nigga.
Listen, bro. Let's
watch the Gojo one that drops tomorrow. I bet it's entertaining.
I want to interview like Kevin Garnett. That's the type of dude I want to chop it up with.
Bro.
Like Brian is just so
Yes.
media trained. We're not gonna find out anything new talking to him.
But he didn't ask
This
us
isn't a
would we
trading
rather. He
post.
didn't ask would we rather interview Kevin Garnett or LeBron James. He's saying if we got an email tomorrow morning saying, "Do y'all want to interview Braun?" Obviously, my answer to that would be yes.
My question is not
I mean,
would we?
but the
Yeah,
only
of course
reason
we would
you're thinking
do
that
it.
is because they will
Do
grow
we
the
want
brand,
to?
right?
No, I think y'all would be funny as fuck with Braun. I mean, everything anyone has ever told me about that dude is that he is
In real life,
Yeah.
we could be funny. I'm talking about media Bron, nigga. The Bron that stopped fucking with his friends so he could be cool and see walk on his grave, nigga.
Oh no.
That nigga. Do we want to interview that nigga?
Oh
You think we're gonna get some
Talk
insight
about
I want to
antennas
ask him about how the
Can
pop
we
out
say-
was.
talk
I want to
about
ask him about how
antennas
the
being
pop out
I'm gonna have to not say nigga while talking to him like he a
No,
white
you
man.
won't. No, you won't.
Yes,
Nah,
if I'm interviewing.
Brian used to say nigga on the shop all the time, though.
Oh,
You don't have to do
yeah.
that, bro.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just saying. Okay.
In this
cool.
hypothetical
Maybe I don't
universe where Braun is coming on
That's
Jenkins
where-
shows, you can be
that's-
yourself. I promise.
Bro, that's where my favorite tweet of all time came from. Braun saying nigga on the shop and Jason Whitlock.
Jason
holding
Whitlock.
his
That
fedora
might
over
be
his
your
heart.
best tweet ever.
What did you tweet? What was it?
No, because Jason Whitlock was making a big deal of Braun saying nigga, as a matter of fact. And I tweeted out the tweet about Jason Whitlock saw Braun say nigga on the white man's TV and clutched his fedora over his heart and started
That was-
yeah.
That was
Yeah.
Started
That
humming
was
what?
Mama's little baby. Love shouting and
shouting and shouting it.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was a banger, dog.
My favorite.
Well,
one.
if y'all don't want Braun on, we may as well announce that he asked to come on and y'all said
Yeah,
no.
he said
you know
no.
what I mean?
Yeah, he said no.
Tyler and John
Sorry,
said
y'all.
no. We don't got time for
Decline.
it.
Well, let's not put that out there. We don't even need that on camera. That's a
Yeah,
damn
like-
lie.
like Kevin Garnett, Allen Iverson, like those are the dudes I would really, really want to talk to, you know?
Oh, for sure. I mean, I definitely agree with you in terms of like the level of authenticity you can get from people. However, like I'm very excited to see Braun on Gojo tomorrow because I think I do think he's funny. Like I think he does a good job of interacting with hosts and people that he's talking to. Like I think he'll be really funny. I think he'll be great on Gojo tomorrow. I'm super excited to watch that. But he just does interviews like that rarely enough that I feel like he doesn't show up for them unless he's actually interested in doing it. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I know he's doing the same shit. We're trying to get people on for the same reason. He's sitting around watching football, watching Ohio State, and going, I want to hop on and chop it up about college football with Gojo. So I hashtag just his opinion as a sports fan, regardless of his own sport that he plays.
You silly boy.
All right, Jackson, who's your Dookie Butt of the week?
My Dookie Butt of the week is I'm going back to a throwback for a person I used multiple times in 2024. Jesse Waters, Fox News freak show man,
Your boy.
because
You're the only person who talks to me about Jesse Waters.
Yeah.
I don't. Yeah.
he said there's been all this talk at the beginning of last week about like invading Canada and invading Mexico and all these like stupid things, right? And he said, and I quote, the fact that they don't about Canada. The fact that they don't want us to take them over makes me want to invade. I want to quench my imperialist thirst. He used those words on television
What a
in
loser.
2025.
About
Imperialist
Canada.
thirst.
About
Canada.
You gonna
About
make me
anyone.
side, that man gonna make me side with Canadians, and that's something that I
Thirst.
vowed to not do.
You're,
is it,
you're,
1750?
you're thirsting imperially for Quebec. You are imperially thirsting for Saskatchewan.
He wants some what's that shit? Poutine? Is that the French
Some
fries with gravy
poutine?
or whatever?
Wow.
Is
Yeah.
that good?
Yeah, they
French
talk about it like
fries
it's
with
the
gravy?
greatest thing of all time, and I'm like,
Is-
bro,
is it
it's just-
Jamaican
it's
shit or is
just
it white
French
people shit?
fries.
It's Canadian.
It's French. It's white French. It's
French.
French.
Yeah.
So,
I'm cool on that.
yeah. And it's the weak ass fries too, like just the straight up.
Okay, but watch this. Put your
Reframe type
give
shits.
me a thumbs down. Okay, so when I say Canadian poutine is thumbs down, and when I say Jamaican poutine,
Oh, they would say spice that motherfucker up. Dog. I mean, look
Poutine has
no
cheeseburgers,
further.
an
Look
often
no
discussed
further.
thing on this show.
Yeah, look no further than Louisiana, as far as what happens when black people start doing French cuisine, bro. You know what I mean? So yeah.
all right, my Dookie. I have a 3-part Dookie Butt of the week. Number
God
one,
damn.
Tyler's old
God, man,
phone. Number
Hey,
2.
put some respect on my old phone. I built an empire.
I'm not. That's not going in the chat. But
I quenched my imperial thirst with that motherfucker.
yo.
like, who are your other Dookie Butts, please?
I'm sorry. Did y'all see? Side note. Did y'all see Mark Zuckerberg had the fucking nerve to say Apple hasn't invented anything useful since the iPhone? You invented Facebook and then have just bought shit, dog.
You stole Facebook.
You stole Facebook and then
just
bought
shit.
Instagram. That's what you invented, was buying shit. Talk about Apple. Give me a fucking break. All right. My second Dookie Butt of the week. Anyone trying to beat me and Vinny's baseball team this spring?
Yeah, fuck 'em.
Good luck.
I don't want to say
Respectfully.
fuck 'em, but
Yeah,
I feel
yeah,
like-
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
These are 10
Fuck the
But also-
coaches.
There's no
Fuck
10-year-olds.
Tyler,
There's
okay,
11 and
Tyler.
12-year-olds.
These are 12.
I feel you. Nigga.
Yeah, all
Nigga.
And then my third is a serious one, is why I did the two other ones, is the wildfires. Fuck the wildfires. John had the way of donating to help on the last one. I am partnering with the mayor of Long Beach. Rex Richardson is doing a citywide initiative. I know one thing the city of Long Beach leadership have heard is that the communities in LA and Altadena and Pasadena have been overwhelmed with material donations, to where it's actually creating a logjam that they can't get diapers and clothes and stuff up there because people have been so generous, which is incredible. But the truth is, this is going to take a very long time to rebuild these communities, and hopefully rebuild them in a way that the people who are from those communities are centered in that effort. And so the city of Long Beach is raising funds through the California Community Foundation. I have a link. This will be announced at the Long Beach State of the City on Tuesday. There will be a large matching donor. So that we are trying to raise $100,000, but you can go to pledge.to/LB2LA-wildfire-relief, or you could text LB2LA to 707070 to give. Anyone who donates more than $500 or more will be recognized at the Long Beach State of the City. And myself and the 562 are donating, or my family and the 562 are each donating $250 to try and help kickstart that from our city, our neighboring city to LA, to try and help kickstart with the rebuilding efforts, because it is going to be community-wide shit. And as John mentioned, we don't want people who got fucked over by their insurance companies to be asked out of, I know as a homeowner, bro, that's your whole family's net worth is that home. So, we don't want people to be asked out. So
It was my mom's retirement plan.
That's our backup plan for the kids going to college. It's, that's,
You
a lot.
sold that, but yeah.
So text LB2LA to 707070, please, to donate. And like I said, that's going to be matched by a generous donor in Long Beach, and I'm participating in that as well. So thank you very much to everyone who's donated. People who I saw very generously have been supporting John's family, friends. But please,
Appreciate everybody with that too, man. Seriously.
if you were someone who got anxious about politics and you were donating $10 a month to like a different political group or whatever, if you could set yourself up to some kind of regular donation for a short period of time, like I said, we did a couple of weeks where we're going to go without our like sort of disposable income, whatever. All of that is very needed. But the truth is, what those communities are communicating to LA right now, or to Long Beach right now, is we need money more than we need goods. So if what you have is goods, God bless you for donating that. But if you're able to spare some money, please, that's going to be an ongoing thing for a very long time. That shit's not going to be rebuilt next week. So, start supporting now and support as much as you can, please. And thank you.
I've never seen people I know multiple people who have lost everything. You know what I'm saying? Who evacuated and don't know what they're coming back to. You know what I mean? But I've seen so many people outside doing the work. Like, it shows the importance of community. It has been, as tragic as this shit has been, it has been beautiful. The one bright spot was like seeing people galvanize and help everybody. You know what I mean? I got 2 kids and shit. I can't run out there like I would if I was, just me. But I donate shit like that, but I see like my homies out there like organized, getting shit out there, bro. Like, okay, we have enough clothes. Now we need diapers, toiletries, baby food, I'm saying, stuff like that. It's just been beautiful to see. So everybody that's out there doing the work, kudos to you. It's amazing to see people, lock in like that and, it's been really beautiful to see people look out for each other in these ways. So during a time like this where it just was everything, so much loss, communities reduced to rubble, and you see people just holding each other down. There's this one dude in Altadena, and I posted a story about like him, like he said one thing he said, I'm crazy enough to believe I can save the world. This dude shipped he saw a guy that moved 100 families away from Altadena, like driving them to where they needed to be or whatever. And the dude offered, who just lost everything, still offered the guy some money. And he was like, no, I won't take it because you wouldn't take it. You know what I mean? Like, and there's been like I'm not even from LA. These are people that just follow me, 5 or 6 people in my DMs talking about how this man helped him out. And he's had hundreds of thousands of donations you know what I'm saying? It's been beautiful to see, people helping in the ways they've been helping.
For sure.
It's just, like I said, it highlights the importance of community, how we got to continue to lean on each other, even throughout these times and after. You know what I mean? Like, it's just been beautiful to see that.
For sure. Jackson, who's the chat Dookie Butt of the week?
The chat, well, they voted that the Wildfires are indeed the Dookiest Butt of the week, but they've been there's no consensus on their Dookie Butt of the week. They had a few different suggestions. They got multiple votes. Quinn Ewers / Steve Sarkisian got a couple.
Tyler, did you say Quinn Ewers is going to be the most hated Texas quarterback in history?
He absolutely is.
Well, how'd that go down?
Basically,
they were down.
Basically,
but they were on the 1 yard line.
Yeah, they were on the 1 yard line. It was shitty play calling because they bounced it outside.
They ran a toss at the 1 yard line.
A few people said Quinn Ewers, and then a
loss.
few people were like, it's probably more on Sark than Quinn Ewers. But so the Texas duo is one of the things people suggested. What else did people say?
It was first down on the 1 too, wasn't it? Like
first to go on the 1 toss play.
Yeah.
Hey, you want to be an SEC football team, brother?
What was y'all talking about? Putting that thumb in that button. The tush push, nigga. Talking about whole shit.
Indeed.
Some wild places, bro.
There was a little Mr.
If this
Beast
thumb could talk.
I'm sorry, hold on. If you're listening to this show as a podcast, I highly encourage you to go to youtube.com/@Jenkins and Jones for the motion John just made when he said the words tush push. If you're wondering why everyone's laughing.
Speaking of tush,
Rather
someone else was saying, a couple people suggested there were these white girls on a podcast who were like intentionally mispronouncing Meg Thee Stallion's name.
I saw that shit.
What were they saying?
It was
like,
okay. So she dated what's homie name from the Bulls?
I know you're talking about.
She dated a dude from the Bulls, and his ex-girlfriend was on a pile with her girls, and they act like they didn't know Megan Thee Stallion as some 25-year-old Americans. Like, come on, man. Like, bro, let's be real.
So
that's just petty.
Honestly,
though, man, like if you
How
with
did
your
they
friends
mispronounce
and
it?
shit,
They said Megan Thee or what?
They acted like they couldn't pronounce the name Megan for one. Like Megan got too ethnic for them all of a sudden. But Megan.
Okay, was his ex-girlfriend white or black?
White, of course.
There's 3 white girls.
Passive aggressive shit just to diminish her, bro. She's she's like one of the biggest rappers in the fucking world.
Nobody diminishing Megan Thee Stallion.
You can try your hardest, brother. She's been touched by God, man. Okay.
You just got the I couldn't even get my sentence straight there.
You saw that stance at that baseball game, didn't you? That shit flashed by. Couldn't even think straight, nigga. The fuck.
It's some kind of butt of the week, not the dookiest one.
The buddiest butt of the week.
The buddiest butt of the week.
The buddiest butt of the week.
I think she just had in perpetuity.
10th time in a row, Megan Thee Stallion. Fuck them.
Okay. Anyways, shout out to
the
chat.
bootiest butt of the week, bro.
The
bootiest butt of the week, exactly. Oh my gosh! Shout out to chat.
The pod turned real Maxim circum 1996 right there for a second, bro. Booties of the week on Jenkins and Jones.
Oh, I used to.
Oh man.
I can't get the tush push motion out of my head.
The tush push. Yeah,
I
that's how you
never
do the
seen
tush
John's
push.
thumb make that shit.
That's how you do the tush push.
Stop.
He said, "Stop."
Stop.
John turned his thumb into.
Stop.
You ain't familiar with that grip, brother?
I just don't need it in my face from you.
Come over here, Mike. I got something for you.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Let's end this show, bro.
Lord. Okay. The chat. We already said with the chat. All right. Thank you so much to everyone in the chat. We'll be back. I assume Tuesday and Thursday. We'll have the times up on social media. Appreciate everyone. Hope everyone's staying safe. And we will see y'all soon. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.